The Mokran people are a unisexual species. They reproduce by laying eggs. Since the whole process doesn't require female involvement, they hold deep prejudice against women. Bertus of the Orville is a Mokran. Not long ago, he and his partner had a child. When the egg hatched, the crew gathered to congratulate them. But to everyone's surprise, they looked serious. They had given birth to a female baby. This was considered a deformity. So, despite everyone's objections, they decided to transform the baby into a male. The child was named Topa. They lived with Topa aboard the Orville ever since. Topa never knew the truth about their origin, until one day, Topa accidentally saw their transformation report. Learning the truth, Topa was deeply disappointed with their parents. Topa insisted on becoming female again. Bertus wished to respect the child's choice, but the partner, with traditional views, strongly disagreed. When the crew learned about this, they all supported Bertus. The higher-ups, however, were concerned, as it might offend the Mokran people's traditions. This could result in losing the most powerful ally in the alliance. Fortunately, the engineer came up with a solution. He could perform the transformation surgery for Topa, because he was a mechanical species, and not a member of the alliance. The proposal was unanimously approved. In the end, the engineer performed the surgery. Looking at their natural form again, Topa felt a sense of satisfaction. When Bertus' partner found out, they stormed off the Orville in anger. This should have been the end of the matter, but soon, the Orville received a mission to perform an annual inspection of a newly allied planet. This planet was inhabited by a branch of the Mokran people. The entire planet was populated by Mokran women. Upon learning this, their home planet attempted to capture and try them. The alliance intervened to ease tensions. A peace agreement was drafted. Bertus and Kelly were in charge of the mission. Topa insisted on going along. Reluctantly, they agreed to bring her. Upon landing, the Mokran representatives were already there. They were deeply prejudiced against Topa. Bertus was furious and almost fought them. Luckily, Kelly stopped him just in time. Soon, they met with the planet's leader. Later that night, the leader secretly approached Topa. They admitted to not adhering to the agreement. They had been helping the women of the home planet escape, and were now trying to get a list of female Mokrans from the Orville. Topa agreed to help, but just as the leader left, Topa was captured. It turned out that the Mokran representatives overheard their conversation and arrested Topa as a spy. By the time everyone realized Topa was missing, she had already been taken aboard a Mokran ship and was now 6 light years away on a Mokran prison planet. She was about to be interrogated there. The interrogation was brutal. Young Topa finally understood why her parents had insisted on the transformation surgery. It was because their species had no respect for women. Just in time, Bertus and Kelly arrived. They successfully infiltrated the prison, and just as Topa was on the brink of death, they reached the interrogation room. They rescued Topa, and the 3 of them escaped in a spaceship. During their escape, they were intercepted by 3 fighter jets. Thanks to Bertus' piloting skills, all 3 jets were shot down. Meanwhile, the Planetary Alliance was holding a meeting. The Mokrans accused the female leader of violating the peace agreement. The higher-ups were in a dilemma. Just then, Bertus and Kelly arrived, with a battered Topa in tow. Bertus recounted his daughter's ordeal. Everyone voiced support for Bertus. The Mokran representatives had nothing to say. In the end, the representatives voted to expel the Mokrans from the alliance. This decision represented justice, but it was a terrible blow to the galaxy. Once the mechanical species